Welcome to week 6, the midpoint of the 12-week Norwegian 4x4 challenge. This is Jax.
And I'm Elena.
We'll report every moment that matters
And explain the science behind what's happening in real time.
I'm gonna set my speed for intervals to 7.7.
Hesam has just called his interval speed for today, 7.7 miles per hour.
He was struggling last time. Let's see how he feels about the speed this time.
Today I'm gonna set my speed to 6.5 for all intervals.
Roza is staying at 6.5 miles per hour for her intervals. There is a clear gap in the speed here.
The gap in belt speed is not a performance gap. It is two separate biological systems solving the same equation. Hesam carries a significantly higher hemoglobin concentration than Roza. That means his blood is transporting more oxygen per heartbeat. What makes today particularly interesting is that we have two completely different biological systems lining up to run the same protocol side by side at the same moment. Hesam, 38 years old, male, baseline VO2MAX of 48.5. Roza, 35, female, baseline VO2MAX of 33.8. Same ambition, entirely different architecture. The physiology guarantees it.
10 seconds to the first interval. 3, 2, 1, and the belt accelerates. Hesam locks into his stride immediately. Chest up, arms driving, eyes straight ahead. The shift in his face is instant. The calculation has begun.
Jax, this is the moment the sympathetic nervous system fires the opening signal. Heart rate recruitment accelerates, the vascular highway opens fully, and the body finds out how well the pre-interval vasodilation actually prepared the system for what is coming.
Roza is checking in early.
My heart rate is 148. It's just beginning, feeling strong and fresh. Level of effort, 6 out of 10.
We have a fan on the line who wants to ask a question. Let's listen to what she got.
Hi, this is Jessica. I recently learned about VO2MAX and improved mine, but I'm just a newbie. Can I still start with Norwegian 4x4?
Is this Norwegian 4x4 protocol actually a safe or effective starting point for a complete beginner?
While the original research was validated on conditioned athletes, the principles work for beginners if, and only if, the intensity is scaled correctly. A true beginner shouldn't aim for the speeds Hesam and Roza are hitting. They should aim for a hard, but controlled effort that gets them to that 90% heart rate zone, even if their speed is a walking pace.
Hesam is checking in.
My heart rate is at 139. Level of effort is 5 out of 10. Feeling good.
Music time! Roza is checking in.
Heart rate jumped to 168. It's good, but it's getting challenged. Level of effort, 7 out of 10.
I'm curious, Elena, why run for 4 minutes and not 3 or 5 minutes?
Researchers who developed this protocol found that it takes 1 to 2 minutes for the body to circulate blood and reach the target intensity, making 4 minutes an ideal duration for sustained cardiovascular stress. You can always play with those numbers and see how it works for you, but 4 minutes duration showed to be a sweet spot for an interval of this intensity for many athletes they tested it with.
Hesam is checking in.
Heart rate is at 156. Level of effort is 6 out of 10.
I don't think that's accurate for his heart rate at the end of the interval. That's too low.
It seems Hesam is more comfortable with this speed.
3, 2, 1. Active recovery time. Bring that speed down, stand up tall, and open up those lungs. They survived the first round, but the clock does not stop.
This 3-minute window is absolutely critical. They must keep walking. Do not stand still. Walking keeps the skeletal muscle pump active in their calves and thighs, pushing blood back up against gravity to keep the heart full, even as the heart rate dials down. Many people think they should empty the tank in each interval, but this is not what the original Norwegian 4x4 suggests. You should keep the heart rate between 85 to 95% of the maximum heart rate, and no more than that.
Hesam checks in during the recovery.
148. A minute into the rest. It's going okay.
Pay attention to those recovery heart rate numbers. That says a lot about cardiorespiratory fitness. A drop of 18 to 25 beats per minute is typical for a healthy, active adult. Elite athletes or highly conditioned individuals frequently experience drops of 30 beats per minute or higher within the first minute.
Roza is checking in a minute into the rest.
Heart rate is down to 145. I think I'm ready for the next interval.
Elena, what is a good heart rate during recovery?
Well, the goal is to let heart rate stables around 65 to 75% of the maximum heart rate. Going slower can delay getting the target zone in the next interval, and going faster can cause premature fatigue. Notice how quickly they descend from peak interval values back toward baseline is one of the cleanest real-time windows into cardiovascular fitness that we have access to. The faster the drop, the stronger the vagal tone. I mean, the parasympathetic nervous system reasserting control over the heart rate.
Buckle up, guys. Interval 2. The treadmills spin back up and they are immediately back to work. Look at the synchronization here. Flawless focus from both athletes.
Now that their system is primed, their heart rates will actually climb much faster into the target zone during this second interval. The cardiovascular system remembers the stress from just a few minutes ago and skips the gradual ramp up.
Roza is checking in.
My heart rate is 148. I'm strong. Level of effort, 6 out of 10.
We've got another question on the line. Hey, what's up?
Hey, Eric here. Is this Norwegian 4x4 only doable on a treadmill? I have a rowing machine at home. Just wondering if that can also work.
While the original research was conducted on treadmill, the physiological principles are completely the same on any other cardio modality, as long as you hit the 90 to 95% of the maximal heart rate. Cycling, rowing, or any other activity can be as good as a treadmill, and that's the beauty of this protocol.
Let's see how the man is doing.
My heart rate is 162. Level of effort is 6 out of 10. Very challenge, but totally okay.
He feels in total control. Elena, is he even in the zone yet?
Jax, he looks cool as a cucumber in his 90% of maximum heart rate.
Roza is checking in.
Heart rate is 172. It's started getting hard. Level of effort, 7 out of 10. But I still do it.
We are approaching the upper boundary of her physiological heart rate ceiling for her age. At that load, her ventilatory system is under maximum stress, producing more carbon dioxide than her lungs can comfortably clear. The lactate is accumulating. The brain is beginning to negotiate for survival. She is ignoring both of them.
Look at their postures. Both with proud chests, chins up, and arms are driving.
Excellent mechanics, Jax. They are deep into the work, but don't lose focus.
What's up, Hesam?
My heart rate is at 170. Level of effort is 8 out of 10. I'm feeling pushed and challenged.
The fatigue is crippling into his legs, and lactate is accumulating faster than his body can clean up.
Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. Active recovery time. Bring that speed down, stand up tall, and open up those lungs. Take a bow, you two. That was a masterclass in execution. Breathe it out, wipe down the sweat, and reset the clock.
They are halfway through, which means cumulative systemic fatigue is peaking. Their blood vessels are completely dilated, and the body is working furiously to shuttle accumulated lactate out of the legs and into the liver and heart to be recycled back into usable energy.
Hesam is checking in during the rest.
My heart rate is at 155. Feeling okay.
Let's take another question on the line while we are taking a breath.
Hello, this is Alison. I'm 45 and have been doing this protocol a few times now, but I see a lot of fluctuations in my performance. Once I think I'm improving, I struggle to finish the next time I do this. Why is it like that?
This is a great question. It's completely normal for some of the sessions to feel much harder than the others. Your body's performance depends on many physiological factors: sleep and recovery, nutrition, hydration, stress, hormones, and a lot of other factors can contribute. In fact, these fluctuations are a normal part of training adaptation. Progress shouldn't be measured by how every single session feels, but by how your fitness improves over weeks and months.
Heart rate is down to 141. I still need time for the next one, but I think I'll be okay.
Elena, after watching them both redline like this, is this amount of suffering actually worth the outcome?
It is not just worth it, Jax. It is biologically needed for this level of adaptation. This specific high-intensity interval format is vastly superior to steady-state work for increasing VO2MAX because it forces the heart's left ventricle to physically stretch. By peaking at that 90 to 95% intensity, they are triggering maximal stroke volume expansion, which is the only reliable way to fundamentally scale up the body's aerobic ceiling.
Welcome to the championship rounds, folks. Interval number 3 is live. This is purely a mental game now. Roza is gritting her teeth, fighting the immediate resistance of the belt speed.
This third block is traditionally the absolute hardest phase of a 4x4. The initial psychological adrenaline has completely evaporated, and the finish line is still miles away. Biomechanically, they must fight the urge to slouch. Keeping an upright thoracic posture is vital to keep their lung volume entirely uncompromised.
Roza talking to us from the absolute depths of block 3.
Heart rate is 151. It's hard, but still in control. Level of effort, 7 out of 10.
Roza is 1 minute into interval 3. Effort, 7 out of 10.
Her body is utilizing specialized proteins called monocarboxylate transporters, or MCTs, to shuttle lactate away from her burning legs so she can maintain this blistering pace without her muscles seizing up.
Hesam.
My heart rate is at 169. Level of effort is 8 out of 10. Really feeling it. It's hard.
He is feeling it.
The fatigue is crippling into his legs, and lactate is accumulating faster than his body can clean up. This is deep water Jax.
Heart rate dropped to 185. I'm struggling. Level of effort, 9 out of 10.
Dial it down, Roza. You're pushing too hard, girl.
You can see how hard it is to complete a simple sentence here.
This is exactly how you can check the level of intensity in practice. The more you struggle to hold a conversation, the more intense the workout is. We're targeting stroke volume expansion, and that requires a very specific, sustained intensity. Hard, yes, but controlled enough to survive all 4 intervals.
Hesam, say it.
My heart rate is at 174. Level of effort, 9 out of 10. This interval is especially hard.
The rule of thumb for intensity is to be able to do for another extra minute at the end. And it's not what Hesam is feeling now.
3, 2, 1. 3 down, 1 to go. They have broken the back of this workout. Walk it out. Breathe deep. You have earned this rest, but do not lose that focus. There is one more peak left to climb.
The psychology shifts completely here, Jax. The brain realizes the end is near, which actually triggers a minor neurochemical release of dopamine, helping to mask the lingering muscular pain.
Hesam checks in as we prepare for the final battle.
My heart rate is at 152 a minute into the rest. I really need this time to catch my breath.
Roza checks in for the final recovery
Heart rate
chat.
is down to 149. Still need time to catch my breath. Feeling tired for the last interval.
You have to listen to your body and understand when pushing is working for you or against you. When you exercise very intensely, your muscles produce lactic acid as they quickly generate energy. Your body cannot safely leave this acid in your blood, so it works to neutralize it immediately. The natural process of clearing this acid creates a large amount of extra carbon dioxide gas in your bloodstream. Your brain constantly monitors your blood, and when it senses this sudden spike in carbon dioxide, it forces you to breathe heavily. Ultimately, the heavy panting you experience is your body's way of quickly blowing out that excess carbon dioxide to keep your blood balanced, rather than just gasping for more oxygen.
We're getting into the final interval, folks. Let's see if they can both cross the finish line. This is it! The final 4 minutes! No holding back, no saving energy for later. Empty the tank right here, right now.
This is where the magic happens. The cumulative fatigue from the first 3 intervals means that every single second spent in this final block is pushing their VO2MAX limits to the absolute maximum threshold.
Roza checking in.
My heart rate is 54. Feeling pressured. Level of effort, 8 out of 10.
Jax, the body does not want to stop when the finish line is visible. When the brain knows the endpoint is defined and fixed, it adjusts its protective signaling.
Hesam checks in from the absolute peak of the mountain.
My heart rate is at 170. Level of effort is 8 out of 10. It's hard. That's all
8 out of 10 is good. I guess his body quickly adapted to this new speed.
This is the home stretch. They are emptying the reservoir. Drive the arms, hold the pace. And now Roza checks in.
Heart rate jumped to 185. Super challenging. Hard to talk. Level of effort 9 out of 10.
Whoa! Roza's heart rate seems completely off the chart for her age.
That is the highest number we have seen from Roza today. Honestly, Jax, watching Roza hit those numbers is the perfect rebuttal to the 220 minus age formula. That's an outdated relic, not a biological mandate. Your max heart rate is set by your individual nervous system design, not just your birth date. Roza is proof that these charts are mere suggestions. When it comes to the human engine, there is no one-size-fits-all rule. Every body is a unique biological experiment.
Hesam,
Heart rate is at 174. Level of effort is 9 out of 10. Prefer not to talk. It's very challenging.
the sweat is pouring, the muscles are screaming. 3, 2, 1, and done.
Turn the speed down, grab the towels, and catch your breath, because you just completed a masterclass in high-intensity training.
Let's look at these final numbers on the dashboard. Roza clocks in at 2.7 total miles with an astonishing average heart rate of 162 beats per minute, peaking out at an unbelievable 190 max.
And look at Hesam's numbers, covering 3.3 total miles of distance, maintaining a rock-solid average heart rate of 150 beats per minute, and ticking up to a max of 174.
Congratulations to Roza and Hesam for completing another Norwegian 4x4 interval training. And to all of you watching and training, keep hunting those adaptations. We will see you on the next one. Stay tuned.